Hello, this is CryptoCoins and welcome to this ICO review of the Effect.AI with a token EFX. Now, this is a decentralized network for artificial intelligence, and today is 3rd of March 2018. As always, thank you very much for checking out this ICO review, and we will begin with the basic information about the project. So, Effect.AI, it is an open decentralized network that does provide services in the artificial intelligence market. So, it is divided into 3 main phases. So first of all, there's Effect Mechanical Turk, which is a workforce on demand that allows anyone in the world to request or perform tasks that teach and or develop AI algorithms. The second phase is the Effect Smart Market, which is a decentralized exchange where people can offer and buy artificial intelligence, machine learning services and algorithms. And then the last phase is the Effect Power, which is basically the distribution of the computational power that is needed to run deep learning frameworks and other AI algorithms. So overall, they do have some big competition in this sector. However, they're quite unique because what they do, they're basically doing a full blockchain AI integration marketplace, and they're running on Neo, which is quite unique. I think most of the projects nowadays are running on Ethereum, so anything that can use Neo instead, that could generate additional hype. Now, in terms of the presentation, the website is very simple, minimalistic. You could even say it's a bit ugly, but I quite like it. It certainly presents the information very well, and everything is available with just 1 or 2 clicks, which is great. Now, the white paper is 26 pages and very, very scientific. It's not a great read if you're not into like technicals, but for that, they do have a separate paper, which is called light paper. It does have 22 pages, and it's essentially meant for the less technical audience, because it explains the project much easier. I still feel it could use some diagrams, but overall, both of those documents, I think anyone should be able to find the one that they prefer. They do have the basic roadmap. It's not on the website, but it is on the light paper. I do have very active blog available as well, and very good FAQ too. One of the better FAQs I've seen out there. All of the social media is obviously available as well, which is pretty much normal for all of the projects nowadays anyway. And the team is listed on the website, but they do not have descriptions, so you do have to go and check out their LinkedIns if you want to know more info. However, the overall documentation is really very solid. I mean, there are a few tiny improvements like better roadmap, team descriptions, and maybe slightly flashier website, but overall, all of the info that you would really need is there. Now, in terms of the product, the team, they have been working with Neo throughout the 2017 and are currently finalizing the prototype release. However, at the time of this video, there is no prototype, and that's what I have to, use to give my score currently. The Effect Mechanical Turk prototype will be followed by the alpha release shortly thereafter. They do have white paper, like I said before, and it's very, very technical, so that's certainly a plus. And the team, they also have a public GitHub. Even though the activity on it is a bit low, but there's also the fact that the team, it's an existing company, which I'm going to talk about more in the team section. The beta version on the Neo should be ready at the end of second quarter 2018. So again, only about 4 or 5 months away from now. So if you think about it, it's not too bad. However, because there is no prototype, they're obviously losing a few points for that section. But they say they're close to releasing it, so potentially in the future, that's something to consider as well. And also the fact that technical documentation is very good. That should also be kept in mind. In terms of the usage of the tokens, so they do have 2 token system, EFX and G-EFX tokens, and it's actually quite complicated. So if you do want a better explanation, because my explanation here is basically going to be quite bad. If you do want a full, well done explanation, they do have that light paper and also a very nice diagram in it, so feel free to check it out if you want to know more about this. Overall, the tokens will be managed through the Galaxy pool, and that will ensure the stable exchange rates for the users of the network at all times. So that means less volatility, which is quite good because crypto is extremely volatile anyway. And the EFX tokens, they are the main currency in the platform. Many workers, they sell their EFX rewards for native tokens, and the network users will buy EFX if they want to do so. G-EFX are essentially the tokens that haven't gone through the service contract. So that means the tokens that haven't actually been used on the platform. So this is what kind of transforms them from the GFX to the actual EFX tokens. Again, my explanation was not very good, so feel free to check out the light paper to get more information in there. Now, in terms of the competition, they have Singularity Net, which is probably the closest, since it allows users to create and trade artificial intelligence on the blockchain. They have market cap of 175 million, so very high compared to the predicted market cap of this project. There is also the chain DBC, which is leveraging blockchain technology for a decentralized and private AI computing platform with a market cap of 70 million. Roadmap, second quarter. This is when the Galaxy Poll creation and Mechanical Turk beta will be on Neo, and then first quarter 2019. This is when the Effect Smart Market platform will be released, and then at the end of 2019, this is when the Effect Power framework will be released. So you can see the roadmap is very, very vague, so it is quite difficult to kind of get any useful information from it. I think the biggest information is the fact that at the end, at basically half of 2018, this is when there will be some major developments and major releases happening. Overall, verdict-wise, so it's a fairly complicated system of two different tokens, but it should ensure stability and liquidity if they do it properly. Now, in terms of the roadmap, this is when they're losing 1 point as well, but their main platform will be released in 2019, so it will be a while before there is increased and significant demand for the tokens. In terms of the team, so the team was founded in 2015 in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Currently, they have 14 team members. Most of the team members work together at a company called It's a Virus. Very weird name for a company, but well, whatever they picked. That company was founded in 2008, and it's a software and integration design company. As It's a Virus company, they have been working very large international companies, something to consider. Even though obviously Effect.AI is a separate company, they might have some ties, some people that they know, and potentially could work with the likes of Heineken and Shell in the future if everything works out. 3 advisors, 2 really big names. So there's a co-founder of Bitcoin Foundation on board, and also co-founder of the B tokens. So, that was founder of Bitcoin Foundation. So 2 big names, and I think they will probably be adding new advisors in the future anyway. Something to consider is the fact that they have been working very closely with Neo right from the beginning, which is quite normal for most of the projects for Neo, because there isn't that many of them. Unlike Ethereum, where everyone picks Ethereum because this is the mainstream pick, whoever picks Neo usually is either working closely with the Neo or has an actual reason to pick Neo. Community, as always, all of the links will be in the description below. It's still very early, but there's already a lot of hype surrounding the project, so I do expect it will be increasing even further, because most of the people will probably see it as the next Singularity project, which did a pretty good return, so I think people will see it and try to invest based on that. Telegram, by the way, I'll change the link. The team overall is very solid. Most of the team members have been together for a long time. Advisors should increase the hype too, so basically very solid team, existing company, and really good, really. Now, in terms of the token economics, the pre-sale, they had a private pre-sale, but that was restricted to only selected partners. There is no public pre-sale. All of the tokens will be sold in the main sale, which is supposed to start in March and last for 18 days. The main date has not been announced yet. You have to contribute in Neo and Gas. I think Neo and Gas will in general make very, very good gains this year, because there will be probably more and more ICOs coming on this platform, and as we have seen with Ethereum in 2017, ICOs usually mean more demand for the tokens. There is no Chinese and USA contributors, pretty normal, pretty standard. 650 million EFX tokens, this is the main supply, 40% for sale, 20% for future token sale. Now this is locked for 18 months, so it's not going to affect the price anytime soon. 16% for the platform incentives, basically meaning that's going to be the liquidity pool for the Galaxy pool, and then 60% for team, that is locked for 24 months. 2% will go for bounties. Now, current price of token is not set yet. It's probably going to depend on how much Neo and how much Gas are worth. 10% bonuses for the first 2% of tokens. I'm not sure if I get why they did that. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's pretty random. I think they're probably going to sell all of the tokens anyway. So what's the point of that weird bonus? I don't know. Minimum investment is €50. Maximum investment is €25,000. Now ignore this. The unsold tokens will not be burned. I forgot to update it. Essentially what's going to happen is they're going to use those for the Galaxy poll. I don't think there will be any unsold tokens anyway. I think they will reach the hard cap quite quickly. Now they're looking to raise 4.3 million with a maximum crowdsourcing cap of almost 15 million and a predicted market cap of just under 21 million. So that is a very, very low market cap if you compare it to the competition. We can ignore the one with the locked tokens because those will be locked for quite a while. So overall they get perfect score for this. It's not a perfect token economics, but it's very, very close to being perfect, especially if you compare it to the likes of Singularity or the Deep Brain Chain. I think both of those have way higher market caps, and I think that would indicate that this Effect.AI project has a potential to actually did a very nice return. There's also a contribute limit for whales, low bonuses, and decent token distribution economics. All of those together should mean there should be demand for the tokens very quickly once they are listed on a decent exchange, which leads me to the conclusion. How are we doing on time? Pretty good. So it appears to be a nicely planned out for long-term success and done project by a very experienced team, overall very solid. I've heard that it should be quite a lot of fear of missing out because of the low market cap, and especially when you compare it to the competition. Because of that, I feel there should be demand for the tokens once they are listed. Advantages: very good token economics, low hard cap, low market cap, low bonuses, whale restrictions. The team behind the project is very solid. Interesting system of 2 tokens working together, running on Neo, which should further increase the hype because most of the projects are running on Ethereum, and Ethereum is basically the mainstream choice. So anything other than that will be viewed as very exciting. The idea is very good and could find a lot of usage. There are some disadvantages and 2 very main ones. So currently there is no prototype, and the progress in 2018 will be quite slow according to the roadmap. Biggest risks is that it's going to be a while before the tokens are actually usable by the platform, so the price might potentially decrease between the ICO and the time where you can actually use the tokens in the system. However, still very good ICO, so 9 out of 10 with a hype factor very high. So the short-term investment score 9.5 out of 10. The token economics are great, and the increasing amount of the hype should result in plenty of demand for the tokens straight away. Some Singularity did a very nice return, and I feel like people will view this project as an alternative, so they will probably try to buy in for profit. If you can get whitelisted, do it as soon as possible, in my opinion. And there's also the fact that you do have to contribute in Neo, and the fact that it's running on Neo, so that will certainly increase the interest further. So yeah, it does have all the ingredients, I would say, for short-term profit if that's what you're into. In terms of the long-term profit, 8.5 out of 10. It's very ambitious, but I do think the team does have the knowledge to pull it off. I'm a bit worried about the lack of prototype, but I do feel once the MVP is actually released, that stands for minimal viable product, that should remove any fat and actually generate further demand. So yeah, overall, I like it very much. I'm gonna get whitelisted, and I'm actually planning to invest myself. I think it's very promising. Obviously, don't just take my word for it. I am not a financial advisor. I like this project. I think it does have the potential if you're looking into short and potentially long term as well, especially if you compare it to the competition. But obviously, make sure you check out the white paper, make sure you check out the team, and make up your own mind. Just because something appears to be a good investment doesn't mean that it will be. We've seen this many times in the past, and it could be one of those, or it could be, and I think it will be, a very good one. As always, thank you very much for checking out this video, and subscribe for more like these. I love you. Cheers and bye.